Yes, man. We don't use Uber in Jamaica. We use taxi. So, this man, this definitely should be in the squad.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Your favorite analysts are here to provide their feedback on the latest happening in the world of sports. Now, with Jamaica's announcement, or the JFF announcement of the upcoming friendly matches in Japan, the Sports DTM analysts are here to present to you fans the defenders that we have, committed defenders that we have on roster. And we want to select 6 of those defenders to tour with the squad for the upcoming friendly in the FIFA window. But before we go into the details, if you are new to this channel, or if you've been here before and you have not yet subscribed, just click that subscription button. Yes, that red button below your video that you're watching now. If it is red, it means that you have not yet subscribed. So click that button and welcome to the Sports DTM family. And you're always free to share a comment, share the video with your family and friends. Analyst, based on the list of players that we have here, very good players, also names, the coaching staff and the technical team of JFF will have a very difficult task in selecting 6 players, but we want to just highlight some of those players that are currently on roster and help Tapa out. Right? So, Ricky, Mr. Pinnock, Ethan, Pinnock.
Yes, they're one of the best defenders currently in the championship. Currently playing it straight for Brentford FC, who's on the verge basically of getting promoted to the Premier League, which would be a good look for him. If we should judge him off his last performance of the Reggae Boyz, I would probably relegate him to the bench, not a start, but because we can find better persons in this position. So I wouldn't necessarily put him in my squad, but he would be probably next in line after I finished picking the better defenders. So yeah, he's a good defender.
Squad or a team.
So he would. What he's saying that he would be in the squad, but he would be in the final 11.
Quite so.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
That's how I interpret it too. But Tiga, talk to me. Taxi back in the MLS. He wasn't part of the squad that toured Austria. Some say one of the best wing back we have. He should be in the team, definitely, right?
Most definitely. We don't use Uber in Jamaica. We use taxi. So, this man, this definitely should be in the squad. Yeah, definitely. He's a proven player, tested and tried. And we see where he was in Belgium and only scored 1 goal. Now he's back in Toronto with his coach and GM. So yeah, man, I hope that he's getting some more games in and he'll be ready for the two upcoming games. I remember Earl said those who signed will be on the list. So I wonder if he signed. So if he signed, he should be on the list, playing those 2 matches. So yeah, man, this taxi brother should be in this side, definitely.
Mariappa, captain of the team.
Yeah, Captain Jamaica, most def. We saw him play against US. You can see that he was leading from the front as captain. He was one of the persons who were, picking up the slack when Hector was slacking off, so to speak. But for the most part, you can see where he worked twice as hard, directing persons, leading by example, breaking up tackles, stuff like that, reading the game excellently, and you find him even pushing further into midfield to even break up tackles where necessary, so it doesn't sit and wait as a defender. So that was how he played in US match. He's no stranger to the national team. A lot of caps, and being captain and all, he's pushing to win trophies as well as qualify for the World Cup. So of course, it's only good to have him in this kind of friendly game in Japan to help build chemistry, especially the fact that he is probably looking to be the captain of the team.
Adrian, one other person who played in that match was Wellington. Ronaldo Wellington, I think he played about 4 minutes, so we never really got an opportunity to see him in full display, but should he be part of this squad? Young Jenna, as they call him out there.
Yes, Kurt. Ronaldo Wellington, really good young player. We had him on the program talking to us about the experience. He will get there eventually. He should be in the pool of players in terms of as the boys develop. But this particular squad, if it's down to a 23-man squad, you may find it hard to come in, especially with the more experienced players that are there. But you do want this player to come around the squad just to develop over the years, and maybe this trip will miss him, but it is hope that going forward he'll get some opportunities to develop his craft and be better at what he does. He's a young player and seems to be really intent on learning more from the older players. So you want him in and around the squad, but probably for this particular trip, he may have a hard time getting in based on the touring party.
Okay. Liam Moore played the entire 90 minutes. A lot of persons were very impressed with his performance, and he was even being considered as one of those Jamaican players for man of the match, if there was such a title for a team that loses. But talk to me.
Yes, Kurt. Liam Moore got a lot of praises. I heard Ronaldo Wellington saying that when he saw him playing, he got goosebumps. I mean, to hear that from a defender that plays in many teams, has been playing since high school, and seeing another defender, a centre back, playing and say he got goosebumps. It must have been an impressive feat, whatever he saw. But we saw where he played very well in the match. He's currently playing for Reading FC, and even though they are not in the runnings to get promoted to the Premier League, we can see where this man is basically carrying the team on his back. But Liam Moore, we can't pick a squad without him being a part of the defensive setting. And he would be in the first team. He would be in the squad and the team. And then we pick another person to pair with him in the defensive section.
Tiga, Curtis still came on in the second half for about 26 minutes or thereabout. Should he be in the squad again?
Well, Mr. Till, we see that he came on in the 26th minute of the US game. And we know some of these players were like fringe players because some players didn't sign on and wasn't taking part. Now we see the men are coming on, you understand, and contracts being signed. And I think the coach is going to overlook Curtis and trying to get the other players in to brush off some rust off of them. So I don't think Mr. Tilt will be on this ship. You understand? I think if some of the players don't perform good in these 2 matches, maybe you get a call for the Gold Cup. But I don't think Mr. Tilt will be on the ship for this one right about now, you know?
Raymond, Alvas Powell has been part of the Jamaican setup for some time now. He wasn't on tour with the squad in Austria. So you think he should be back in the squad, right?
So the biggest problem I find with Alvas Powell now is the fact that he's not playing much football. He didn't play for his club. I think he's probably just 1 cap for his club for the entire season. I suspect it's probably injury, but he's not playing a lot. So if he's to come into the team for this game is almost from a nostalgic perspective. Also, what you know he's capable of doing. So I remember us Paul scoring goal, defending properly alongside Damian Lowe, and they push up the ranking and stuff like that. So because of that, I can expect great things from him to continue to represent Jamaica, where Jamaicans call proud. So based on that, that's the only way I have him in the team, because right now he's lacking form. I've not seen him play and stuff like that. But knowing his caliber and what he can actually bring to the team, that's the only way he can creep in. And I see what Whitmore does if he actually uses him to give him that that practice and chemistry building, and put him in the team for this Japan game.
And fans out there, as he mentioned, what Whitmore does, we're trying to put together the defense for the squad that will tour Japan in the next FIFA window, and assist Whitmore in selecting the 6 defenders that should be part of that setup. So if you are seeing your favorite defenders on this list, you can just leave those names in the comment section below. We're selecting 6, so you can select any 6. Or if you don't see your favorite player on this list, you can also leave that in the comment section below. You can only carry a number of them, and 6 is that number. Adrian, the Monarch has signed and is part of the pool once again. Talk to me.
Yes, Kurt. The Monarch has signed on indeed. We had Damian Lowe in the DTM studio talking to us. Very intelligent young man. We know of his leadership qualities and skills, and we know that over the last couple of years, he has been probably Jamaica's best centre back. Hasn't let in a lot of goals when he has played, and he has very good skill sets in terms of his passing, in terms of his steal in the middle of the park, in the defense rather. And as such, you want him there. The only thing that is really good right now is that he's assured that he has gotten some reinforcement that have come in to actually ensure that the defense is actually propped up. He hasn't had a consistent set of players playing with him at the centre back, but we see Liam Moore coming in right now, which is actually very good. We see Ethan Pinnock coming in, can actually do some rotation there as well. And of course, you have the Mariappa is also there. So he has now gotten a couple of options to partner him. And I think he's still our best centre back and should be there. I'm not letting out the other part of the secret just yet, and where I think he can play, but in time.
Yes, and fans out there, we also have Wes Harding and Amari Bell. They're pretty new to the setup. They toured Austria, but they never played. We're not leaving them out. So if you think they should be part of the 6 that tour Japan, then also leave those names in the comment section below. There's also O'Neill Fisher and Greg Lee, who has been part of the Jamaican team in the past. So if you think those players should be part of the 6 that tour Japan, just leave those names in the comment section below. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe, and to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to come and join the Sports DTM family. Be blessed.